Right. So William Painter here with Journey Road Ministries. Doing. I missed last time. I've been going through some things, and I didn't do it. I had a lot going on. So I'm going to combine the reading from last time with today's second Sunday of Epiphany. And I want to tie them together with this song that I'm doing. This is a song by Edward Sharpe and the Magnetic Zeros. And interestingly enough, nobody in that band's named Edward Sharpe. You should definitely look them up and listen to their music. And there's a wonderful video of this song that's available on YouTube. This is called "A Man on Fire" by Edward Sharpe and the Magnetic Zeros, and it's a wonderful, wonderful piece. If you don't watch it, your life is not as good as it ought to be. So we're going to play this song, "Man on Fire," and then come back after the break for some hopefully meaningful discussion. I'm a man on fire, walking through your street with one guitar and two dancing feet. Only one desire that's left in me. I want the whole damn world to come dance with me. Oh, come dance with me. Over murder and pain, come set you free. Over heartache and shame, I want to see our bodies burn like the big old sun. I want to know what we've been learning and learning from. Everybody wants safety, safety, love. Everybody wants comfort, comfort, love. Everybody wants certain, certain love. Everybody but me. I'm a man on fire, walking through your street with one guitar and two dancing feet. Only one desire that's left in me. I want the whole damn world to come dance with me. Yeah, come dance with me. Over heartache and rage, come set us free. Over panic and strain, I want to see our bodies burning like the big old sun. I want to know what we've been learning and learning from. Everybody wants romance, romance, love. Everybody wants safety, safety, love. Everybody wants comfort, comfort, love. Everybody but me. I'm a man on fire, walking down your street with one guitar and two dancing feet. Only one desire that's still in me. Only one that world to come dance with me. Want the whole damn world to come dance with me. Yeah, poorly done, but like a dog walking on its hind legs. It's amazing that it's done it all. I'll come back after. Okay, so welcome to Journey Road Ministries. This is the second Sunday of Lent. And I'm going to combine the one I missed with this one. The one I missed was from Seventh Sunday after Epiphany. Talk about obscure. But the reading's not obscure. The reading is from Luke chapter 6, 27 to 38. But I say to you that, listen, love your enemies, do good to those who hate you. Bless those who curse you, pray for those who abuse you. If anyone strikes you on the cheek, offer the other also, and inform anyone who takes away your coat. Do not withhold even your shirt. Give to everyone who begs from you, and if anyone takes away your goods, do not ask for them again. Do to others as you would have them do to you. If you love those who love you, what credit is that to you? For even sinners love those who love them. And if you do good to those who do good to you, what credit is that to you? For even sinners do the same. If you lend to those from whom you hope to receive, what credit is that to you? Even sinners lend to sinners to receive as much again. But love your enemies, do good, and lend, expecting nothing in return. Your reward will be great, and you will be children of the Most High, for he is kind to the ungrateful and wicked. Be merciful just as your Father is merciful. Do not judge, and you will not be judged. Do not condemn, and you will not be condemned. Forgive, and you will be forgiven. Give, and it will be given to you. A good measure, pressed down, shaken together, running over, will be put into your lap. For the measure you give will be the measure you get back. That's a great passage. And after hearing it, you can see why I didn't want to let that go. Now I'm going to pop over to today's, which is second Sunday in Lent. And this is from Luke again, a few chapters down, chapter 13, verses 31 to 35. At that very hour, some Pharisees came and said to him, "Get away from here, for Herod wants to kill you." And he said to them, "Go and tell that fox for me, listen, I am casting out demons and performing cures today and tomorrow, and on the third day I finish my work. Yet today, tomorrow, and the next day, I must be on my way, because it is impossible for a prophet to be killed outside of Jerusalem. Jerusalem, Jerusalem, the city that kills the prophets and stones those who are sent to it. How often have I desired to gather your children together as a hen gathers her brood under her wings, and you were not willing. See, your house is left to you, and I tell you, you will not see me until the time comes when you say, 'Blessed is the one who comes in the name of the Lord.'" I just love that so much. So those are the two passages for today, and it's they're all right. I gave a presentation, a webinar presentation about smart universities at the request of a school in the Philippines. The University of Perpetual Hope, I think is the name of it. It was a good Catholic institution, and they were very, very stodgy, very uptight and very, they had some guy gave a talk, and another guy gave a talk, and it's an introduction, and I'm glad to be here. We're all glad to be here, and thank you to this person, thank you to that person. It's like, and they finally get to me to talk, and I talked for 40 minutes, and they were shocked that I wasn't reading it. That they called it extemporaneous speaking. Impromptu, and so on. I thought, well, why would you attend a live seminar just to have somebody read something to you? So I never write these homilies or sermons or whatever you want to call them. I never write these things out because I think it takes away from, well, I tried that at university, reading lecture notes to students, and it just about killed them. Then I thought they were going to grab their pitchforks and take after me. So, except they were sleeping. So, I don't write these down, but I want to point out something that's really, really important. These two passages, obviously the one in Lent, the passage of Luke for today, is an anticipation of Christ dying, being crucified, and how Jerusalem, you can't, what does it say? He makes a joke. It is impossible for a prophet to be killed outside of Jerusalem. In other words, if you're a prophet, well, you're not a prophet unless you're in Jerusalem, and then you have to go there for them to kill you. Okay, I mean, it's a bit of dark humor for Jesus, but Jesus actually cracks a joke here. That's a joke, and what he's saying is that nobody appreciates someone coming with a message that he has to give. And he say, well, you better run. Well, I'm busy, man. I'm busy healing the sick and casting out demons and doing this stuff. So when I get done with my work, which is God's work, okay, then I'll head to Jerusalem so they can kill me. Now, there's two things that strike me here as being absolutely keystone and critical. One is Jesus knows he's going to die. He knows what he's doing. He's breaking all the rules. I mean, the message he is sending is a message that is unheard of. It's absolutely revolutionary. If you do good to those who do good to you, what credit is that? I mean, how descriptive that first passage that I didn't do, right? That I wanted to do, because it encapsulates Jesus' message so succinctly. What good is it if I love people, only people love me? Well, where's the credit in that? What have I done for that? I mean, I've got to reach out and love somebody whom I don't particularly like and who probably doesn't like me. I mean, think about how many times you've had really bad, I have sometimes really bad thoughts about people who have done me down, who have done me dirty, who have hurt me or hurt my family. And I think, I would just wait to and what doesn't occur to me naturally is I need to learn to love that kind of person. It's hard to do, and we call it, we have names for that. We call those toxic relationships, but they're only toxic if that person abuses you, and you like being abused. I mean, this is about helping, about supporting, about caring for. What is the exact term? Love your enemies, do good, and lend, expecting nothing in return. That's it. That's all of it. That's all of it right there. And it's for that message that man was killed, because that message did not reflect good Roman values. It didn't. It didn't reflect. It may have reflected some kind of interesting interpretation of Hebrew values, because he certainly was a rabbi and he was well within the Hebrew tradition. So he comes to this through that tradition. He certainly didn't come to it through paganism of Rome or of Greece or of any of Buddhism or any of the extant religions. This comes closer to Buddhism than anything else, because in Buddhism, you're supposed to, what good comes to you is the result of good that you do. Okay, so when I get mad at something, and if I act on that, well, I can expect bad things to happen to me. I mean, according to Buddhism. In Christianity, we're getting a very similar message here, and that is, do righteous stuff, do good stuff, and do it to people that you don't like. Do it to people that you don't care about. Do it to people that are unpleasant people. I mean, I know lots of people that I find are, a couple of things I really can't stand is racism and misogyny. I just can't stand them. And so when someone says, oh, blah, 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 and I get that racist trigger goes off in my head, the lights and bells go on in my head, this is a racist. What should my reaction be to that person? I mean, I can't condone their attitude. There's nothing in that attitude. I don't care if they say they're Christian or whatever they are. There's nothing in that attitude that can be condoned. Okay? It's un-Christian, it's anti-Christian, it's anti-American, anti-everything. And yet, we have a bunch of them here. I just read this morning that Lou Holtz, the old football coach, is going to speak at a Trump rally, and they're like, why is Lou Holtz supporting Donald Trump? Well, he supported Jesse Helms too, okay, who was nothing but a bigot. And so, I wonder why. And yet, while we can critique and criticize and condemn the things Lou Holtz does, if he showed up at my door and he was hungry, I'd feed him. If he showed up and he was cold, I'd give him my coat. If he showed up and he he needed anything, I would help him, regardless of his attitude. In fact, I'd be like, well, here's a good opportunity to show love to somebody I don't like very much. I think we watch these horrors occurring in the Ukraine, where it is full of lies and deceptions, and it is being prosecuted by the Russians for fabricated reasons, and they're killing children and women and pregnant people and blowing up residences. I mean, watch Sky News sometime. They cover it really well, quite unlike American news. And we see this going on, and I am appalled, and I am offended, and I think, if I was a younger man, I'd buy me a plane ticket and a gun, to go and help protect these people. Now, is that a Christian thing to do? Well, I don't know. It would require some deep thought and some deep prayer and some deep reflection. I can't give you an easy answer on that. But what I can say is that for me to get to that answer, I'm going to be reading these passages. Okay? I'm going to be reading what Jesus said to do. Jesus never, we have so many mistaken ideas about Christianity. It's hard to even call myself a Christian. Here's a big one. I was asked this question today to myself. I wonder if Jesus ever said that we should worship Jesus. I mean, here we are in Lent, in Easter, and so on. And it even says in the, blessed is he, what is that? Blessed is the one who comes in the name of the Lord. Well, that's him. He's coming in the name of the Lord, right? That's him. It's a clear reference to himself. But he doesn't say, I'm God. He doesn't say, worship me. In fact, he's actually tries to keep his actions quiet, and he says, "Oh, don't we went up to the mountaintop and we saw Moses and Elijah. Don't tell anybody that, okay? Don't say anything. Keep it down. Don't talk about it." He never says you should worship me. He never says that. He says, do this, do that, love your enemies, love your neighbors. Our citizenship is in heaven, and it is from there that we are expecting a Savior. That's in Philippians, in the passage just before for this Sunday. I think when you listen to Edward Sharpe and the Magnetic Zeros, which is a wonderful name for a band, maybe anyway, there's no Edward Sharpe, and I'm wondering if there's a Magnetic Zero stuck in there somewhere. And you listen to that song about a man on fire. Watch the video. Okay, this is about young inner city kids dancing and doing jump rope stuff, and it ends up with a ballet company there, and they're all dancing, and they're on fire. They're on fire. And when you think about Jesus going to Jerusalem, he is a man on fire. He is on a mission. He's on a real mission. And he comes in the name of the Lord. He doesn't say, worship me. He says, go do things. He doesn't expect people to fall down on their knees or bang their head on the ground 3 times. That's what the Byzantines did, Byzantine Empire. It was called kowtowing. You had to get on your knees and bang your head 3 times. And you can even see this kind of self supplication occurs in Asia today, with the Thai and the Japanese bow and all that kind of stuff that establishes hierarchy. Jesus never requires anything like that. He never says anything like that. He casts out demons and he heals people because that was the language that they used to express what he did. We've come through some difficult times, and we are living in a society that's relatively polarized. And I don't know why we can't be polarized and still be kind to each other. It seems to me that those are not mutually exclusive things. Just because somebody's a racist or a bigot, or he doesn't like LGBTQ, or doesn't understand trans kids, or maybe he's cruel or she's cruel, like our governor, to trans children. Doesn't mean I have to hate them. Okay? It doesn't mean that if that person didn't show up at my door, I would not feed them. Well, the idea of Kim Riddle showing up at my door would do anything is ridiculous. But if she did, I would so feed that woman. Doesn't mean I agree with her. Doesn't mean I like what she's doing. In fact, I hate what she's doing. But as a person, as a child of God, well, that's our citizenship, isn't it? Right? All right, that's enough for this week. God bless. I'm looking for some better times. It's been pretty rough here, but faith and perseverance and music keeps me going. Good luck. God bless. Be safe. Love somebody that you don't like. And I want to say this. We're going to start, Journey Road Ministry is going to resurrect, which is kind of an interesting language to use during Lent. We're going to resurrect the open table for the arts. And it's going to be at the end of April. It's going to be held at the local Methodist church. Grace, I think it's Grace Methodist. I don't know. Check our Facebook page, and I'm going to make a flyer. We're going to send it out. And we've got a young man. Well, maybe he's not that young, but he's younger than me, and he is an artist and out of Omaha. He's a professional artist. He makes art, and he is probably the most artsy art person that I know who does art. So he's a real character. He's really dedicated, and he's very sincere. And so you should come for the food, stay for the art. Okay, and let your aesthetics be challenged. He doesn't exactly paint pastoral scenes of stags jumping over hedgerows. He's a little more challenging than that. So come and watch and enjoy and participate. Ask him questions. Okay, and remember that art is simply the Holy Spirit working its way through us as people. Okay, there you go. That was the blurb, and I'll see you in 3 weeks, God willing, and the creek don't rise.